What is something obvious you didn't realize for a long time? Other women weren't just genetically luckier than me on a day-to-day basis. They were doing their hair/makeup every morning and actually putting in effort. Realizing other women didn't magically have smooth, pin-straight flawless hair and beautiful skin after rolling out of bed was eye-opening. The male version of this is when you realize those dudes with amazing natural hair are using hair product, just not hair product that calls attention to itself like some shitty $3 tube of hair gel. We used to have a dog when I was a kid, and my parents gave me the whole "we took her to a farm" speech. As a gullible kid, I believed it. Flash forward 12 years later and I'm watching an episode of Friends, where Ross and Monica look at old childhood photos. Ross finds a picture of their dog and Rachel makes a comment about how all parents use the farm story as a lie so kids won't know what really happens. Ross then goes on to explain how their dog actually went to a dog farm. He then realizes that it was, in fact, a lie created by his parents. And at that very moment, I realized that about my dog too. I legit had the exact same reaction as Ross at the exact same time. My cousin, 23 meters, overheard me talking about why I couldn't buy my daughter some ducks she wanted because there are too many foxes and coyotes on Pure Farm for them to roam freely. I mentioned what happened last time we tried to release a pair of ducks in one of our ponds around the time he was 6. Foxes had killed them the same night they were released. He gasped, covered his mouth, turned red and said teary-eyed, "You guys told me they flew away." Made me feel pretty shitty. That Arbys is just a fast food restaurant. Long story short, I always thought it was some fancy restaurant with that giant hat outside the building. I would always ask if we could eat there and my parents would say it's too expensive. So one day, I stopped by when I was older, and it took about 2 seconds to realize it was just selling roast beef and curly fries for the most part. Sounds like you learn your parents were poor too. Up until I was 5 or 6 I didn't know you were supposed to close your eyes when you went to sleep, so I would just stare at the ceiling until I passed out. I was never even told you had to close your eyes. I just did it one night because I was wondering why it was so hard to fall asleep, so I tried pretending to be asleep. It worked, so I kept doing it.